CES coverage sponsored by Audible.com, where books come alive. Listen to a bestseller on your iPod or MP3. Get a free trial at audiblepodcast.com/CES.
Hello, this is Scott Elliott from the Tech Podcast Network at CES 2011, and I'm here with Andy Cruz from GE Southwest Wind Power, and Andy is going to tell us about a personal wind power windmill that GE sells. Andy?
Hey, thank you very much. So this is what we call the Skystream 600 wind turbine. This is designed to fit in your backyard, and it hooks right up to your electrical box. To essentially what it does is it reduces your electric bill, and so it works pretty much seamlessly. The turbine doesn't use any batteries or anything like that. It just uses the power in the wind, and it reduces your electric bill.
Okay, and you show it here set in a nice little tract house setting with lots of people with little windmills. So how practical is it to have one of these? Where do you mount it, on your roof, in your yard?
Well, the picture doesn't quite tell the true story. Small wind turbines are used primarily in rural areas. What you generally need is something around a half acre of land or more, and you have to have a decent windy spot. What we've looked at is the American Wind Association estimates there's about 13 million people in America that have enough land and wind to be able to own a wind turbine.
Okay, and so did you say 17 million households?
17,000, or yes. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. It's 13 million homes in America. 13 million. The installed cost is about $17,000. That's my confusion.
Okay. And how much power does this put out in your household?
So it really depends on a few different factors. One is what the wind speed is in your area, and then of course how much energy your house consumes. So when you want to look at how much energy it would displace, typically, according to the Energy Information Administration, average American consumes about 1,000 kilowatt hours a month. And in a 12-mile-per-hour average wind, this will produce about 600 kilowatt hours a month. So it's about 60%. But that number is going to vary based on, how much you actually consume and how much what your really wind is.
And unlike solar power, I guess this will work day and night whenever it's windy, is that right?
That's absolutely correct. Yeah, there's great places for wind, and there's other places that are better for solar. So both of them working together, feeding into the GE smart grid or smart meter to power your house is the way to go.
Okay, and tell me something about reliability and maintenance and things like that.
Well, one of the things we found that's very intriguing about the Skystream is that there's only two moving parts in this machine. So when it comes to reliability, we have a very high record of reliability. And this thing it uses a Zigbee-enabled wireless communication device. It plugs into your router, so you can actually see this turbine operating at your home. Or if you allow me, I can actually monitor it from my factory and make sure that it doesn't need any servicing. So it's pretty much maintenance free. I mean, we do all the work for you.
Okay, and what would this cost me?
This machine the installed cost of this turbine is about $17,000. That's before any incentives. Now there's what you want to look at is, first of all, there's a federal tax credit of about 30%, which comes to about $5,500 that you can write off on your taxes. And then, depending on what state you live in, there's additional incentives as well. And so those combined, you can get the installed cost down to about $8,000 or $9,000. Okay,
so it's $8,000 to $9,000 out of pocket. And what do I get? I mean, do you need an extra inverter, or how does that happen?
No, the $17,000 includes absolutely everything. It includes the inverter, the wiring, the installation. So, I mean, this thing is turnkey for that price.
Okay. All right, so Andy's showing us here the GE personal home wind turbine generator, and it looks like a very nice product for certain areas where you have a little bit of land and wind. Thank you very much, Andy.
Thank you.
Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you too.
And this is Scott Elliott again from the Tech Podcast Network at the CES show.